Hello, everybody. This is Dan Tomaszewski with Everything MSP. Hope everybody is doing well. We're going to bring everybody in from the lobby into our main room here. So we'll just give everybody just a few seconds to get entered into the room. Hope everybody's having a great day. Here in Michigan, we got some snow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for summer. We had a lot of snow in the actually before winter even kicked off, but here we are, and we're going to be kicking off our very first elevator pitch, and I'm very excited to have some of our great vendors here with Graphis, Sherpa Desk, and TrueGrid. We do that in alphabetical order just to make sure that we're not playing favorites for anything here. So the whole idea of elevator pitch is something that we've had in the vault for a couple of years now, and we've just decided to launch this concept. And as we all know, there are, there's lots of vendors out there, lots of IT vendors, a lot of solutions out there for us to try to help us become more efficient, more productive, more profitable, more secure for our MSPs and our clients. Ultimately, the big question is, how do we choose any of these particular vendors out there? How do we know about these vendors? And what we've decided to do is put together elevator pitch. We bring on 3 vendors. Each vendor will give us their elevator pitch over a 10-minute period of time. And then after the final elevator pitch, we're going to open up the demo rooms, and you'll be able to go into any of the demo rooms to learn. You can pop back and forth between the demo rooms, but you'll be able to learn a little bit more, ask questions, and have a little bit of one-on-one time with each of our vendors. So we're ready to kick it off. Hope you guys are ready to start as well. Our first presenter, so our very, very first, is Miles Walker with Graphis, and we're going to go ahead and bring Miles on. Miles, you can go ahead and unmute and join us here. So we're going to start off here. We're going to set the timer. Miles will have up to 10 minutes. And with that being said, Miles, I'm going to let you take over.
Thanks so much, Dan. Thanks, Talon. Thanks, everybody. Excited to be here. I didn't know I was the first one doing this, so a lot of pressure here. Going to try and set the bar high. I'm excited to be on here with Mike and Peter, 2 great gents. They're going to be coming after me, which is great. But let's dive in. Graphis, this is the elevator pitch. Like you said, Dan, this is the first one, so hopefully I can set the bar high with this one. I want to talk about Graphis, who we are, and what we do in the world of phishing. As I've only got 10 minutes, I got to speak a little quick. I already speak a little quick. I know, Dan, you and I have shared some meals together, and you're probably sick of my stories by now, but you got to deal with 10 more minutes. So here we go. A little bit about Graphis. 8 awards this past year. We're really proud of that. I could only fit 6 on this slide here, but here's a few of them on the side. Year-on-year growth. Once again, we're really proud of what we've done this past year. We went up 300% year-on-year this past year. 0 to protected in minutes. I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. And lastly, we were founded in the USA back in 2015, which we're really proud of. So let's keep going. You can see our solution right there in the middle of the screen. There's our laptop version and our mobile version right there. But what we're really selling, we are selling an AI-based anti-phishing solution. But I like to say, what we're selling, Dan, we're selling peace of mind. So we're giving our clients a 60% more efficient solution than a traditional secure email gateway. And we look after you when you're in the office and when you're out of the office. And once again, what we're doing, because I mentioned phishing, we stop 99% of all phishing attacks. And through our AI-based learning, the solution is constantly evolving. Why customers around the globe love us? We have customers all over the globe, which we're really proud of. Obviously started here in the USA, but we have a huge base and a huge customer base in Europe and the APAC region as well. We're a simple, powerful, and automated solution, and of course, affordable. That's a big one. We're easy to scale for G Suite and Office 365 or Microsoft 365, depending on what you call it. And we have a lot of great integrations. Part of the Kaseya family, we integrate with a lot of different solutions that are in our stack, as well as other products that are out there. No changing MX records, no rule changing, and we're easy to install. That's a big one. So when you're bringing on a new solution to your stack, you want to make sure it's easy and easy adaptable. So let's dive into the product a little bit. We've got 3 levels of protection. I start always with the trust graph. That's our 2 levels of patented AI technology. And what this does, we actually look at each email that comes in, and we actually give it a trust score. So kind of like a credit score. And we actually look at everything from the URL, the time of day, the IP address, the email, the attachments, the device it was sent, the domain. And we actually decide whether that email is safe to come in or we're going to block it. That's kind of how Graphis works. And I'm going to dive into the other 2 parts of Graphis in a little bit. But when I talk about phishing, I need to dive into the overall aspect of where we are in the world of phishing. Phishing is the #1 go-to of hackers for the 3rd straight year. And the reason why, phishing is a high success, low risk. And ransomware groups use this because it's the #1 vector, like I mentioned, for the 3rd straight year. So phishing is here. It's not going away. If you don't have a phishing solution now, you're probably going to have one in the next 12 to 24 months. So what I say is take a look at one of our solutions, get a demo, learn a little bit more about what we do, and see some of the other products that are out there in the industry as well, because you will probably have a phishing solution in your business in the next 12 to 18 months. A lot of the cybersecurity insurance companies are making it mandatory that you have some type of phishing solution in place. So AI is the future of email security. With our AI base, I like to dive into these quick points. Cost savings, that's a big one. When you're bringing on a new solution into your stack, you've got to make sure it's not going to be wasting a lot of your team's time. Improved cybersecurity posture and greater cyber resilience, that's pretty obvious. And fewer phishing emails reaching employees. That's our goal at the end of the day. When I say fewer phishing emails reaching employees, there's about 360 billion emails that are being sent. And that's just going up. So phishing is the main way that these attacks are happening. And we like to say that we take the main culprit, which is the worker, and we like to flip it on its head and turn that into the main asset. So we like to say that when you get Graphis, you're going to be involved in the phishing solution process. Small and medium-sized businesses, where they were investing in 2022, email security was #1. Yay. Love to hear that. So finally, small and medium-sized businesses are taking phishing attacks, ransomware attacks seriously, and they're actually spending money and investing there, which is great for an MSP because they know now when they talk to a prospective client that is on the forefront of those clients' minds. Anytime I can throw a good old Dwight Schrute into a PowerPoint, I've got to do that. Cyber criminals are coming. This was the first year ever that more than 50% of the phishing attacks that were in the world were actually against small and medium-sized businesses. So they could be going against large-scale companies like Coca-Cola or Microsoft or Dell, but now they realize they're going after the low-hanging fruit because those are the people that don't have solutions in place to thwart these attacks. And once again, like I mentioned earlier, cyber insurance is being heavily scrutinized, and showing that you have a phishing solution will help. Cyber attack. Ooh, I need to come up for a little bit of air there, Dan. Cyber attacks. So the new normal, you'll see a lot of logos, here. And what I'm getting at is it's not a question of if, but when. Small and medium-sized businesses are getting attacked. Your mom and pop grocery shop, your store that you hit up in the mall. These are companies that are now on the forefront of cyber criminals' minds because they don't have the solutions like the big players in place. With our 3-step process, we're up and running. When I say 3-step, I talked about the trust graph earlier. That's our AI-based solution. Employee Shield and Phish #1 are the other 2 layers of protection. And like I said, we can get up and running within an hour. Our Employee Shield, you can see it right there. It's in purple in the front of the screen. This alerts and engages employees with visual cues. If you are getting a phishing solution, whether it's ours or one of our competitors, make sure the solution has some type of visual cue to help your team. This is very vital. And why we mentioned that it will actually be vital is because you can report phishing or report a false positive right from there. This is the mobile version. Obviously, the desktop version is very similar. As an integrated cloud solution, this is a big one. This is a huge, unique selling point to our phishing solution. Say, for example, you're based in Washington, D.C. I'm guessing there's somebody here from the Washington, D.C. area on the call. Maybe you have different workers who are in St. Louis or Denver or Sacramento. If that person actually clicks on the report phishing button and they're in D.C., by the time the workers in Denver, Sacramento wake up, those emails have all been pulled out of that company's inboxes. So that's something that we do that a lot of other companies are starting to copy right now. It's something that really we made our name off of, and it's really vital because you can report an email from anywhere and we'll quarantine it everywhere. That's big. Here's the solution. Obviously, we make it clean, we make it crisp, we make it easy to read, easy for your tech team to load in as well. We list there on the left-hand side scam. So you can actually go to your CTO or CFO or CEO or the MSP you work with and say, hey, you know what? We protected you against 69 scams last month and 8 phishing attacks and 2 executive spoofing attacks. So we want to make it as easy as possible on you so you can, go kill it in those QBRs or talk to your partners about what you're doing in their space. Be the trusted advisor. That's what we want at the end of the day. I want to talk to you after. We have our solutions engineer or specialist, depending on what he goes by, Sammy, who's going to be joining us in the breakout booths. And lastly, Powered Services Pro. This is something that we do. It's an add-on to any of the solutions you buy from us. And what this is, it's great as a sales and marketing kit. So we actually give you all the white label marketing materials that you can use. So if you don't have a sales and marketing person on your team, you can use this. If you do have someone on your team, this will cut out their time that they can work on bigger projects. So white label marketing materials will actually hop on calls to sell one of our solutions to the end user and support, which a lot of MSPs want. Lastly, a little bit about me. Get out that phone. Here's my LinkedIn. I post a lot of content. I would love you to repurpose it. Yesterday, I posted about the NFL and the recent hack on FanDuel. I post a lot of quick, easy to watch videos, usually 1 to 3 minutes long, which you can use and you can forward on to your clients. So grab your phone, scan in that QR code and do add me up on LinkedIn. And hopefully if Taylin gets a moment right here, she can throw my link in if you aren't able to scan that QR code. You can see my email address there. And lastly, I want to leave you with one offer before my 10 minutes is up. And if you want a demo, we would love to dive into the weeds and tell you a little bit more. I like to give the 30,000 foot view of our Graphis solution. So we're doing 25% off or 2 months free. You get to choose. This is for new customers. So please do reach out or visit me in the breakout rooms after. And hopefully Taylin can post my LinkedIn and the offer in the chat. Dan, I got 10 seconds left. That's it. Thank you so much. I think you're on mute.
You need to do another round of applause there. I don't know if that came through or not. Here we go. Does that come through?
Not really.
Oh, geez. Well, we'll do a round of applause this way.
All right, I like it. Visual applause. I like it. Way better.
There we go. You did an awesome job, and I really appreciate your time and energy. And when we say energy, Miles, you are the man with the energy. You never disappoint us when it comes to that. And if you don't follow Miles, you have to. Miles spends a lot of time putting together just great content out on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And it's not only great content as far as things that you can walk away with, but it's also fun. It's far from mundane. It's totally Miles. So keep doing what you're doing, buddy. I appreciate that.
Appreciate letting me go first. I'm jealous that Mike and Peter, they get to bring it up now. There you go.
There you go. So we are going to move on to our next vendor, which is, so because things haven't changed with, of course, we're still doing alphabetical order. So our next one is going to be Mike Clements with Sherpa Desk. And Mike will go ahead and we will have you unmute. We'll have you get started. I want to throw one very important thing out to everybody. Very important thing. At the end of today's event, we're going to give away $250 cash, cold hard cash. Who doesn't want $250? So we will have that. But the key is you got to stay all the way to the end. So after our 3 presentations, after the demo rooms, We will then give away $250. We will have a prize wheel. We'll let that spin, and someone that is on this call will be lucky enough to walk away with that. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, and Mike will tell us more about Sherpa Desk.
Sounds good. And Miles, you did set the bar pretty high for us, so I appreciate that. I'm going to have to bring my A game now. My name is Mike Clements, and I am the Director of Sales here at Sherpa Desk. Now, our mission statement is simple. We're trying to help our customers grow their business by capturing their most valuable resource, which is their time. Sherpa Desk is an easily configured, self-managed PSA solution, a professional service automation platform. Now, before I tell you guys where we are today, I'd like to kind of share with you our background and how we got to where we are. About 25 years ago, we started out as network integrators, and we quickly saw that we needed a better way to track our service requests and communicate with our clients. Now, if you can believe it, 25 years ago, there weren't a lot of help desk options that were out there for guys like us that were intuitive and affordable. So we have some really smart guys on our staff, and we decided just to build our own help desk. But it had to be something that was easy for our users to be able to use, as well as our technicians. If it wasn't intuitive and it wasn't easy to use, then our users simply wouldn't use it. So we built the help desk, we deployed it out to all of our customer base, and then over time, our clients began to use it, and they loved it. And something strange happened is that they began requesting that they start using our help desk to support their customers. So we began licensing our help desk to our clients, and we quickly saw that we were really good at software development. So we got together as a team, put our heads together, and we pivoted away from network integration and became software developers, focusing on the idea of creating a help desk that was intuitive and affordable. So over 10 years, we built the company, we listened to our clients, we improved the platform, we created one of the best help desk solutions available in the mid-tier space. Now, I've got you caught up to where we were to about 15 years ago, where we're growing, we're bringing on more customers, and we're beginning to see other problems within our space, another need. Our clients were losing money, and the funny thing is most of them didn't even know that they were losing it. Most of our clients make their living by charging for their time. And since they were not able to properly capture their technicians' time, they were in essence losing money. We'd always hear things from them that it's not enough time in a day, time got away from me, or I lost track of time. This was a big problem, and this was a big problem for us. In order for us to be successful, our clients had to be successful, and they had to stay in business, right? So they needed a way to be able to track all their technicians' billable time and expenses, and then be able to easily invoice for it. Now, we knew that their techs were working and that they were doing their job. We just needed to be able to capture that. And again, if you can believe it, about 15 years ago, there weren't a lot of great PSA solutions that are out there. I mean, there are tons out there now, but 15 years ago, there weren't. Or at least they weren't intuitive and affordable. So we took everything that we had learned over the years as a help desk company, and we built Sherpa Desk with our key focus to build a solution that we could easily capture a technician's time and expenses, turning it into an invoice and an easy, usable, affordable platform. So we launched Sherpa Desk in December 2012, and we've been growing it ever since. We are headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. We have offices here in Los Angeles. Sherpa Desk is sold worldwide. We have over 2,500 customers and 100,000 daily users that log into the platform every day. We service several different industries, but our primary focus is on MSPs and IT professionals. Now, I'm going to share with you guys a little PowerPoint. Now, since we are a robust PSA platform that incorporates not only the help desk and time tracking component, we have a lot of other tools that we tie in. We tie in a project manager, an asset manager, event scheduler, a calendar integration. But with the time that I have left with you guys, I really want to focus on the three main components that our MSPs find valuable and find worth coming over to Sherpa Desk for. And it's the help desk, time tracking, asset management piece. Now, like I said, we grew up as a help desk. We've got 25 years of experience built into the help desk. So we have depth of functionality, and it's easy to configure. What we provide you and your end users is multiple options or multiple ways in which your users can create these service requests. The recommended option is that you set up your own support portal page inside Sherpa Desk. That way your customers will come to your site search on your knowledge base articles, and fill out your customizable web form. This will give you the most detailed information, but we also have a very sophisticated email parser. Parser is going to allow your users to submit service requests to those email addresses. But not only that, is that your technicians are going to be able to manage and manipulate your tickets using our email parser command prompts. They're going to be able to transfer tickets, close tickets, add time, add expenses, simply replying to their email. Now, we also have options of users calling in, and technicians can create tickets on their behalf. We have a very robust mobile app where if you have technicians that are mobile and out in the field, they're not only going to be able to create tickets and service tickets, but they're also going to be able to add time, add expenses while they're out in the field. If you're a Google Chrome user, we have a Google Chrome extension. Highly recommend installing that. That way you're going to be able to interact with your Sherpa Desk tickets without always having to be physically logged into the platform. You can just pop open your Chrome extension and work on all your tickets that way. Our help desk is very dynamic. We have web forms, customizable routing, customizable notifications, service level agreements, customizable reporting and calendar integrations and task management. Everything that you guys need to run your day-to-day operations and service your customers and track your technicians' billable time and expense. We've got the help desk piece nailed down. Now, what I want to share with you guys now is what is making us most successful and why customers are transitioning to Sherpa Desk. And it's how we manage your customer contracts and capture your technicians' billable time and expenses. Once you get your customers into Sherpa Desk, you can easily assign them to one of your global contracts or set them up on a completely customizable contract. We support most of the different types of contracts that are out there. We have hourly break fix contracts, managed service contracts, to flat fee, all you can eat contracts, to non-billable products only contracts. Pretty much any type of contract that's out there, we can support it. But once you get your customers added in and assigned to a contract, then all you and your techs have to do is log time, choose the service that you're delivering, and Sherpa Desk handles the rest, right? And we give you a bunch of different ways that you and your technicians can log their time. We talked about how you can log time using email parser command prompts by simply just replying to an email. You can log time through the mobile app. You can log time through the Chrome extension. Probably the most popular way is logging time inside the web interface. We try to make it so easy for you to be able to log time that no time is lost. Once you've logged your time and it's time for you to get paid for your work, all you have to do is go into the invoice section, generate an invoice, and then sync that invoice to one of our integrated accounting packages, QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Xero. It's really that easy. Now, the last key benefit that I want to talk to you guys about is asset management. Most of our clients enjoy the asset management tool. Most of our MSPs need a better way to support their assets and manage their end users' assets. Our asset manager ties directly into the help desk, allows you to track the work order history and the work that's been done on that asset. Anytime an asset is attached to a service request, all you do is apply labor costs, parts costs, miscellaneous costs to that ticket, and that will get assigned to that asset. This is going to give you visibility into all the costing that it takes to maintain that asset. And having the ability to track work order history and cost of ownership not only allows you to evaluate whether it's costing you more to maintain the asset as far as replacing the asset, but it's also give you that information that you can share with your customers. Those type of reporting metrics are extremely valuable to you and your clients. You're also able to assign to a customer assets to a customer account or to an individual to track where those assets are located and how they're being deployed. One key focus for us in this next year is to really provide more integrations for our community. We have spent the better part of 25 years really just building out this platform and listening to our customers and implementing the features and functionality that they need to be successful in the company. Now, what we're looking at is providing depth of integration. Currently, we integrate with QuickBooks, FreshBooks, and Xero as our different accounting options. We also integrate with Office 365 and Google for calendaring and single sign-on integration. And then as far as our RMM solution, we had NinjaOne. But you're going to see a lot more integrations such as IT Glue, some RMM integrations coming here in the next 12 months. So I really appreciate everyone's time, everybody listening to our spiel, listening to our story, how we got to where we are today. We're very excited at the platform. We have 98% retention rate. Customers that come over to Sherpa Desk, they love Sherpa Desk. They love our community. They love what we're building here. And I would encourage you guys to come join me into the breakout room. We're going to go through a quick demo, probably focus on one or two of those key features that I was talking about. And for users that do come into our breakout session, we are handing out Sherpa Desk swag. These are highly coveted Yeti hats. They're the rage in all social media. We also have Yeti mitts for the kids, because the kids love these Yeti mitts. A little bit of background about Sherpa Desk. If you guys know anything about extreme hiking, a Sherpa is the person that does all the heavy lifting to kind of get you to the top of the mountain to hit your goals. And that's what Sherpa Desk is built for. It's built to do all the heavy lifting so that you guys can be successful in running your operation. And then these Yetis are kind of your pitfalls that you run into along the way. So thank you for your time. Appreciate you guys listening to me. And please join me in our breakout session.
All right.
Round
of applause for Mike.
Right.
I love your swag, man. That is probably one of the coolest things I've seen. Go ahead and put that back on once.
Oh yeah. I mean, we send these out to our customers all the time, and they post pictures on the mountain, on the trail. Obviously, they give them to their kids. These things are a hit.
Of all the reasons, all the great things that you've built into your PSA, that's one major reason to want to look at Sherpa Desk. Second reason is the swag. That's incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. I do see that there's a couple questions in the chat and in the demo rooms. Mike will get a little bit more detail about that. And again, thank you, Mike. So next up is our friends at TrueGrid. And Peter, I always, for some reason, I have struggles with your last name. I know it's Idun.
Just like, how you doing? If you can remember how you doing.
There we go. Of all people, with myself having the last name of Tomaszewski, you would think that any unique name out there, I should know how to, to do those type of pronunciations. But I'm sorry, I failed you on that one. But Peter, I've known Peter for a few years now. Peter's a great guy, and he's going to kick it off for our last 10-minute elevator pitch about TrueGrid. Once again, once we're completed with this last presentation, we will open up the demo rooms. You'll be able to go into those demo rooms and learn more. So with that being said, Peter, I'm going to go ahead and start your 10 minutes. There you go.
And thank you so much for setting this up and telling. Thanks for all the hard work, and for all those joining on the call. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your time. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes telling you about TrueGrid and our value proposition for our partners. We have one of our MSP partners on the call. Josh is going to weigh in and tell all of you about his experience using our product. And Brandon, who's over here, VP of Channel, will tell you about the deal we're announcing today. We were started in 2018. My background is as a Citrix architect. For those of you that know, Citrix is used in enterprise for remote access. I did that for about 25 years, and I recognized that a lot of mid-market companies and service providers, they don't like the complexity of Citrix and the high costs. So myself and my co-founder, we got together in 2017, and we did an MVP. It worked. We said, let's start a company. So in 2018, we launched TrueGrid, and we've been growing ever since. We're known today for secure remote access over RDP. And so many people in our industry, MSP industry, think RDP is not secure. It is not secure if you expose it over the internet. What we do, it will give you simplicity in how you actually secure it. And we give you integrated security in doing so. Everything you need to secure RDP comes in the box. No VPN, no exposed firewall. And we are also very known for our partnership with MSPs. Brandon, who's on this call now, VP of Channel, is a fierce advocate for our partners. Brandon doesn't let him sleep. If MSP wants something, he'll make sure they get it. So That's why it's actually with all three people here. We've been on the same team on this team since we founded the company. The popular use cases for our product include remote work to any Windows desktop. And even though we launched with ASCII is a well-known MSP group. Back in 2018, we did about 14 roadshows in 18 months. And you all know what happened at the end of 2019. 2020 came around, pandemic struck, and we just experienced a massive growth. And we haven't looked back since. So we're known for remote work to any Windows desktop. If you also have Microsoft Remote Desktop services, and you don't want the complexity of IRD Web or IRD Gateway or broker, you don't want to worry about SSL certificate, third-party MFA, we're the solution for you. We can give you remote desktop services and remote app in like 10 minutes without any of those stuff. And we're also well known for our cybersecurity compliance for RDP. We've had a lot of partners approach us where some of their clients during cybersecurity insurance renewal, they will scan the external ports and they will find not exposed RDP, but in some cases, HTTP web access, secure web access with 2FA. But just because there's an RDP behind it, the insurance company will say, no way, we're not gonna insure you. And they come looking for a solution like ours. So we let them pass because with our technology, you're invisible to the internet. All firewall ports remain closed and nobody sees anything. So I'm going to talk about some of our security highlights. So no VPN is number one reason that people love us. No exposed firewall so that nobody knows you exist. This is on your edge firewall. All you need is just RDP on the box itself, and we do everything else. MFA is included. And if you want to manage AD passwords for your end users, it's all part of the package. If you want to create a secure desktop shortcuts for SSO so that people can just double click and connect, we can do that for you. And that shortcuts is so secure, it will only work on the box where it was created. So if you have executives that want to work from home, HR managers, CFO, and they have company assets with BitLocker, you can give that to them, they double click, they log in, and it's very secure. By popular demand, a lot of our MSPs asked for geo-blocking. I think it was around March of last year. Within 3 months, we released that. So we're driven by our partners. We do what they want and we grow with them. And another thing we created was a low latency fiber optic mesh so that if you have customers and employees that connect from different parts of the world, we can give you a solution that's very easy to deploy. For example, we have customers right now of Australia, Japan, India that connects to United States with very low latency. And then in terms of our simplicity, setup is very brisk, very quick. In less than 30 minutes, MSPs can get an environment up and running. End user first time login, 2 minutes or less, primarily because of the MFA setup. Is built in, enabled by default. MSP can disable if they don't want. We also have a feature, since many MSPs are now moving to Azure, they can use Azure login to connect to TrueGrid, and then they can connect to their desktops wherever they are. And as most of you know, there's a reason why IT folks and service providers, when they're on the network and they want to connect to any server to do work, they use RDP. Because RDP is very fast, it's built into Windows. So our customers, when you marry the performance of RDP with our low latency fiber optic mesh, customers experience the fastest connection using our product, okay? And of course, MSPs love multi-tenancy. So our technology allows MSP to support multiple customers from any locations. So that's my little spiel. Josh, if you're still on, I'm gonna have you hop on and tell the team about your experience, and then we can turn over to Brandon.
All right, yep, I'm still here. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for jumping on.
It's my test, microphone test.
We can hear you.
We were lucky enough right at the end of 2019 to jump in on that ASCII deal, and you and I spoke of, had no idea how prescient that was. And when 2020 happened and we had already began to experiment with TrueGrid, we were set. Not that it was entirely easy to respond on March 16th to a third of our seats going remote, but it was entirely possible. The my favorite thing about this is that as this became everybody using this, as you guys grew, I'm going to guess by 10 to 1, if you'll tell me if I'm wrong or more.
We grew quite a bit.
You kept up, you scaled the architecture. We had 1 or 2 slow times, 1 or 2 slow hours on 1 or 2 slow days. And then we discovered we could even change their Azure region and speed things up more than that. In addition, we had some kind of strongly opinionated ideas about what we wanted to get changed, and you actually responded to most of those. I know everybody here is surprised to hear I had a strong opinion, but the bottom line was you responded. I don't believe you even slapped me once. That was great as well. And I've never seen a company that relies on or provides chat support, because you have other avenues, but provides chat support that works and works well and quickly. And especially considering the incredible acceleration of your business during the beginning of COVID, I was just amazed. The guys were telling me, yeah, I just chat with them. It's the fastest way. I can even get a call back in a few minutes. It's like, really? That's almost unheard of. And today it probably is near to unheard of. All those things were great. But the bottom line for me was suddenly we went from every remote access device, everybody that used anything for remote access being managed, to most of it not only being unmanaged, but devices we had no idea about. I didn't want to open SSL VPN tunnels up or even install SSL VPN clients on those endpoints, these 15-year-old home machines that have been upgraded from XP to 7 to Windows 10, true story, at the CEO's home, true story. That I just didn't want that. And this gave me the alternative, a way to provide a safe, not a tunnel, but a safe proxy to access into the office. Not to mention the fact that I could figure out who connected from when, at what, from where and when, by IP and connection time, without having to sell them a management package for their firewall and teach them to gather, collect, and parse logs. It was just so much easier all around. So I can only say that it turned remote work from hell to heck for us pretty quickly.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Brandon, you want to tell the team about our deal we're offering?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us and having us here. Josh, thank you for your kind words. The deal that we're offering today through the end of February is we're offering 50% off of our retail pricing. So that drops you down to $7.50 a license for our security P. It's normally $15 a license for normal customers. Our standard MSP pricing is $12.90 with a minimum of 10. The promotion we're offering is minimum 20. So it's a really good deal, a lot of room to mark up there and make some money on it. So I hope to see you guys in the demo room and like to talk to you guys a little bit further on it. Thank you.
Just want to highlight that was 50% off of retail, meaning that anybody that buys in, you're getting 100% profit when you sell at retail. So that's the key. We love you guys. We'll see you in the demo room. Dan, thanks a lot.
All right. Round of applause to the trio there. And I tell you, I just got to throw out one thing here, Peter. I mean, I think we need to quote Josh. It went from hell to heck.
Hell to heck.
I mean, right there. I mean, if that's not a testimonial, then I don't know what is. So thank you for that, Josh. Thank you, Peter and Brandon.
It's a pleasure.
So we are at the point right now that we are going to be going into our demo rooms. Just a reminder, please make sure that you're hanging on till the end, because we have $250 hard cold cash that we're going to be giving away, and you could be one of the winners. So what we're going to do right now, before we jump into our breakout rooms, is we're going to launch a poll right now. Basically, this poll, you'll be able to indicate if you would like to hear from one or all of our vendors that are here today. I'd recommend, checking those off just so you can hear a little bit more from them, especially with some of these deals that they're announcing here, some really great deals. So with that being said, let me go ahead and launch the poll. This poll will be available for you guys to go ahead and complete. So the poll is launched there. We'll keep that available. We'll keep that open. So the breakout rooms, our demo rooms, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open these up, and you'll be able to, at the bottom of your screen in the Zoom window, under more, you'll be able to click on that, and then you'll be able to go into the breakout rooms and select which of the 3 breakout rooms you'd like. Again, if you want to go to one breakout room, learn a little bit, move to another breakout room, you have that capability. Just for anybody that might not jump into a breakout room right away, we'll go ahead and just push you into one of the breakout rooms automatically, just in case maybe you're on a call right now or chatting with someone. We'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and open up those breakout rooms right now, and we will give a warning once we're ready to have you guys come back to our main room when we come back and do our giveaway.